Okay, so now we are into the game. Okay, everybody, hi, welcome. Goodbye, Simmons here. Um, Today we are getting back into my Forever Save file. Um, Now I made some changes to this from the last time. Um, let me see. I do have them written down what I wanted. Um, okay, gotta dig out my book here. Um, oh, okay. So basically, I'm also in this Forever Save file. I am also doing a Pack Legacy challenge as well. Um, and in the Pack Legacy challenge, of course, as I said before, it is from Rosanna TXT, and I'm actually keeping track of that through my Notion tracker. And I just need to bring it up. So I'm going to show you my Notions tracker here. Let's bring it up. Okay, so as you can see in my Notions tracker, the first generation is Outdoor Retreat. Now, if we go to the very beginning, this is how it starts out and how it looks. And as you can see, I have all of them. So far it's 35 generations. So the last pack was added, which was Adventure Awaits. So we are starting off in Outdoor Retreat. Now I'll click back. Now as you can see, I made the picture of my heir. Now when we click on him, oh, where did I had information for him now. Oh, here we go. Okay. So when you click on inside the card, the title is Outdoor Retreat Air. And the basic info. The founder of your legacy challenge will be a hopeless romantic looking for the one to take on a journey of a lifetime. Your sim grew up in a fisher family, and to this date, it's still one of their favorite things to do. Next to fishing, your sim loves to read, and their perfect life is simple house amidst nature where they can spend all of their time exploring the land with their partner. However, there is one downside. The love of their life hates creepy bugs and creepy crawlers. Um, so basically the gender pronouns he, him, traits, bookworm, romantic, loves outdoors, angler, and family oriented. Career writer, you can pick which branch. You do not have to complete this career. And I put in his portrait. So we're starting out in Willow Creek. His status is alive, and right now, relationship status is single. We don't have any parents. Later on, as we go along, I think I might make parents for him, and then we will kill him off. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do is I'm actually going to make another card. I'm going to make some notes on the side of the mods. Now, I use mods in my game, and I have a lot. But to make my gameplay interesting, I have a a mods database. So far, in my mods database, I have relationship pregnancy overhaul by Lupinio, MC Command Center, base mental drugs, base mental gangs, base mental gambling. I haven't finished this because I have a lot of mods that I need to add to my mods database. Um, so go back to that. And let me see. Um, those are just a couple of them, but I have Wicked Pixel. I have their their mods. I have Need Coffee for that mods as well. Um, and that's pretty interesting because they have the Project Chaos mods that they're doing with Chanel, um, which is really extensive. But I'll actually go through that. I'm probably not going to start this off today, but we're just going to go through um, before I start this challenge. We're going to go through and um, kind of go through the different mods that I have in the game. Now, this here is one creator that I actually have the mods, and that is J.E. Sims X J. Henson. And all of the mods that are featured on their mod master list I have in my game, with the exception of a couple of the ones that are locked because I don't have that level of membership on here. But I may have soon. And then like some of the mods that they have is postpartum stories. You have the Hoe and the Madam trait. You have Still Here But Gone. Um, Life of Black Sheep, High School Tea. So there's different things. Like say for example, let's go to this one for example. Let the Adults Play. Um, so this mod here is a social interaction mod. So this is just some of the types that the creator adds that you can add to your game. Which I find me playing The Sims, I want to have some realism. And with mods in my game, I get that realism. Um, so let's say, for example, um, ready to take your Sims love life to the next level. This mod is all about raw passion, heavy flirting, and seductive social interactions to bring out the wild side in your Sims. If you've ever wanted spicier, more realistic, and downright steamy conversations, then this is the mod for you. So that is just like an example of one of the mods. Now, if we go to, say, for example, let's do, oh, this one, my man, my man, my man. So this one here, for example, is tired of basic love traits that don't reflect how real obsession gets. Need your Sims to act delusional, loyal, jealous, embarrassing, and kind of relatable all at once. Then this is a mod for you. So the basic trait is my man, my man, my man. This sim will stand by their man through cheating scandals, baby mama drama, and burner Twitter accounts. They'll center every conversation, decision, and meltdown around their relationship. Even when nobody asked. Embarrassing, maybe. In love, absolutely. So that just goes to show you why I've actually gotten into to their mods. And Wicked Pixel is similar. Um, Similar in the type of mods. I have mods by Vicky Sims. I have mods by Adipago. Of course, I have Turbo Drivers, Wicked Whims. I have Basementals mods. I have Sacrificials mods. I have let me see. I have Arnie mods. Insignia. Insignia. Quimby, Shirley Sims, Simon Savinka. They're all like food mods. And Brazen Lotus. Um, 20th Century Plum Bob, of course, is my world maps. Mods from Little Miss Sam. Let me see. Okay. Boss Lady. Miss Missy Hissy. Smithsonian Library. The Gold Sim for Kids mods. Thumbelina. The um, and then I have all sorts of decor stuff too, but gameplay mods mainly. Um, those are just some of them. Need coffee for that. Oh yes, here we go. Now some of the mods for Need Coffee for that. Actually, I've got the Genie mod, so genies are there. Now Project Chaos Modding, they actually do mods with in collab with Shino Knox. Now they've actually taken the Project Chaos to a whole other level with Siren Song, Deadly Mermaids, Fatal Hauntings with Deadly Ghosts, and The Unhinged Truth. The Unhinged Truth is actually secrets. It's all about secrets, but they're not your um, vanilla secrets. Say for example, I'm tired of EA squeaky clean idea of secrets. Um, the Unhinged Truth is they tabloid fodder secrets perfect for when you want to destroy your Sims carefully curated public image, blackmail, different things like that. Okay, so changes made to the blackmail system is regular. Adult Sims will pay more to keep quiet. Celebrities pay even more than that. Teenagers usually don't have a lot of money, but they're still paying the original lower amount. Teeny Cringe just doesn't pay that much. Some Sims won't like being blackmailed and respond rather violently. New computer interaction, leak celebrity secret to media, changes to the bribe interaction, changes to the snooping system. Now, if your sim is reckless or dumb enough to be caught, expect them not so politely be reminded of exactly what everyone hates: a busybody. In excruciating mocking detail. It's a small change, but immersion and such. Higher relationship loss when you get caught snooping. So there's all sorts of um, different things here that will make mods the game even better. So say for example, let's go Infected. This is Murder and Mayhem. Part 5, The Infected. So it deals with Strangerville. So instead of just having them be this way, they're going to be infected and you can get, ugh. Uh, Scientists or former scientists can use the chemistry lab object to first research and then create a mutated mother plant infection serum. Um, so requires bizarre fruits from Strangerville. Uh, so it just basically um, puts a different spin on your Strangerville because there is an optional Strangerville override. Want to play the Strangerville story, fighting dangerous infected instead of tame possessed? This optional add-on is for you. It turns all possessed story into infected. So this is what I mean. It's you can add it into the Strangerville. So this actually makes Strangerville a lot better. Um, so that is just a couple of the the mods. Even if you're a doctor working in a hospital, you can be an angel of death, murder, mayhem, part for poisoner, um, arsonist, death ray, um, just just to name a few. Um, Let me see what else. Oh yes, and Need Coffee for that is also the um, they took over the Escados Tumbling Tots. So I actually have the daycare there. Food mods by Iceman. Let me see what else would contribute to my gameplay. Um, oh my, I'm gonna have to. Cassidy Simmer is another one. Plum Lace, I do have some gameplay mods in there from her. Um, that's so Jordy. I do have from him. I do have some mods from him. Panda Sam, Panda Samba. I have the childbirth mod uh, from her. Um, so there's all sorts of different ones here. Oh, Wicked Pixel. No, this now she was another one. Moodlets like Overeater Buffs, Bad Hair Day. Um, uh, these are a couple of the newer ones, Late Bloomer and Wingman mod. Then you have Fixer, Upper Trait, different things like that. But let's see here. If we go to posts, and we go to, for example, late bloomer aspiration, wingman mod, third wheel, Homa mod. That's a new one that hasn't been released yet. Oh, mod updates. Okay. So everything from sexy gigs to energy vampire, right straight through to hustler, instigator, um, pathological jealousy, unethical, victimhood, virginity. Down here is all the ones that are broken. So they will be updated soon. But anyway, all the ones here are all the ones um, that are all done. Um, oh, which one? Zodiac signs. That will actually come in handy for another legacy challenge that Rosanna TXT did up a Notion thing for, which I think I have in Notion. Let me see, called um, Zodiac Signs, I think is what it's called. But anyway, um, which will be good for that challenge. I have Twisted Mexi mods. Um, yeah, I'd have to do my mod status tracker, um, or my mods tracker to just to deal with the mods. Um, so needless to say, when I do start my legacy challenge, there's going to be a lot of realistic mods in my legacy challenge. Um, so move this back over here, and in my legacy challenge, we're going to start off in Willow Creek. Um, uh, this map did not. Um, this map got broken in the last update because the map by 20th Century Plum Bob should actually be like this. Oh, not Gibby Point, because I don't have the map for Gibby Point yet. It should actually be like, hold on. It should actually be like this or similar to. So it should be, the Instagram one didn't break. But a few of them did break. Um, this one did not break. But anyway, we're going to be starting in Willow Creek. And this house here is going to be where my sim will live. And I have redone all the homes and everything in Willow Creek. And all my houses are thanks to Gold. And because she was actually doing all of this in for her specific save file. So I decided, since I'm going to be doing this legacy challenge, I wanted my sim to start out somewhere simple, because this particular sim is always going to live in Willow Creek. The family home is going to be in Willow Creek. So eventually he's going to move up from this house, or he could stay in this house permanently. I don't know. It's only 20 by 15, but once kids start arriving, it may require bigger, or they may move somewhere else over in Willow Creek. And as you can see, it is done a little bit differently. We have a restaurant here called Maison Willow. We have the El Letier, which is also a small business venue, but it has a bistro, a cafe, library. Then we have the Willow Health Club, and then we also have the public library. Excuse me, which I also incorporated a city hall for Willow Creek in there. Then we actually changed the Magnolia Blossom Park into a playground. And as you can see, the little Ferris wheel there. And then I took, I used some custom venues for these two lots here, because she had them as, this is sort of like, it's an art center, but you can also do different classes and stuff like that. You could use it as a small venue too, but I wanted to keep it as an art center, because basically everything that you do in there is pertaining to the arts. Now over here is actually a dorm. So I might eventually have it so that we have people that are attending this will stay here. Because it's just basically a rooming house, an artist rooming house. Or I made it a B&B actually. Um, so we're incorporating that into the game. I kept a few of the families that I felt were important. The pancakes, of course, are sort of like a lower class, so they are going to be neighbors of my sim. Then we have the Double Foundry Cove, which is in rundown place. And one of my sims is the Morales, which was made by Plum Bob Kingdom. They actually come from Plum Bob Kingdom's the original save. Um, and then over here, I moved the Spencer Kim Lewis. I moved them over here. So they went from being way over here in the stage area to way over here in Courtyard Lane. Now, there's nobody living in a couple of the houses over here. So they're going to be free because I think eventually you're going to see like a lot of these be moved because even though I'm going to be doing this legacy, I'm also going to be doing in the same save, I'm also going to do some sort of rotational gameplay as well, but not including Arnie Fontaine. But my rotational gameplay will go towards um the other worlds because right now in this particular legacy, the other worlds don't exist because I also have Kudo mods, which means that when my sim travels, he can only travel to um, Magnolia Promenade and Newcrest. Um, and Newcrest. And as you can see, these houses were done by Plum Bob Kingdom. So I did keep some of Plum Bob's original characters in here, but I also added from the realist, I added the family health clinic because I have some realist mods as well. So added the health clinic and I added a bank. Um, Now I'm going to set this as where it will be everybody is allowed to go to the family health clinic. It's going to be it is going to be the one that everybody goes to. Same with the bank in Oasis Springs. Um, Now my sim will still be able to travel like for vacation and stuff and go to these different worlds, but as far as free goes, like being allowed into the worlds on a regular basis, it's only going to be Newcrest and Magnolia Promenade. Um, but I've also turned Magnolia Promenade. I've added a couple of different things here. I added a residential rental. I added a couple of residential rentals here. So we still have the nightclub here, and we still have the Patty Waxy Pouring, which is a retail. Um, but you, but I added the Trait Shopping Mall in here because it has it has various stores, right? So I added that trait to it. And then this has got a couple of families living here, one on either side. And then we also have another family living here, the Muellers. And this residential rental was also done by Marigold, and I put it here. And she also did a couple of other ones that I also add. That was in San Manhuso, and this map got affected as well. But the Waterside Cafe and Fashion was also one of her creations. I haven't changed this one yet. Um, but I will in time. But San Manhuso will be a way to go. A ways to go yet because that'll be in if I look at my challenge in order to go to San Manhuso, the I think if we go here, we check the packs, city living. Okay, so city living is generation 6. So I probably will not be in San Manhuso till generation 6. So that's gonna be a ways away. Um, so yeah, so I'm not going to worry too much about that for Senman Huso yet, because in Generation 2, which is Spa Day, mm, um, it doesn't really say that I have to leave Willow Creek Spa Day, but probably move them to probably Newcrest because I want to do that. Now get to work, which is the third generation. So I may have them, like, some of them staying from the generations, some of them not. It will all depend. But anyway, I'm gonna really enjoy playing the Pack Legacy Challenge. Basically, when you go and you look at the rules, um, there's, well, really not that hard because basically it's just the goals. Like the first goal for outdoor retreat, befriend the hermit, complete the insects and fish collection, take your salmon partner on a holiday to Granite Falls, enter the secret lot in Oasis Springs, max out the herbalism skill, complete the outdoor enthusiast aspiration, and data sim with the squeamish trait, and complete the angling aspiration. Now, enter the secret lot in Oasis Springs. Now, the way that I can get around doing that is, oh, why did I go back here? Okay, go back here. Um, the way that I can get around that is when I go to Oasis Springs, I actually created, um, oh, I thought, oh, yes, I did. So I've got a Hotel Royal. Um, and it's actually a hotel, because I'm using Sweet Life, so lot 51. So my sim from the Pack Legacy Challenge can actually take a vacation and actually book a room here in the hotel. So they can actually stay in the hotel. And this way they can still visit the lot, the secret lot in Oasis Spring, do fishing, whatever. Um, and the bank is also here in Oasis Springs. But I think I'm going to try something in the game and see if I can also put a bank in Willow Creek and see what kind of effect that would have. Um, so that's how I can do that goal of going to the secret lot because the secret lot is right in this area. You have to go to the Oasis Park in order to get to the secret lot, which we can do that by just taking a vacation to Oasis Springs. So, um, a lot of my maps were affected because of the update. Ravenwood wasn't, Ravenwood wasn't affected. So, and Sulani wasn't affected neither. Oh, and a little bit, not much though. But give me point. The map is being, yeah, and that's the wrong one. This is the right one here. This is the right. No, that's the wrong map. This is the right map. So Boomerang. Okay, so Toomerang is still good. All right. Not all my maps. So that's basically how I'm going to handle first that first goal for my outdoor for my Generation 1 air. So that's how we're going to get around to go to the secret lot in Oasis Springs. Um, Now there's optional goals: have a weenie roast party, build your own camping or lodge using um, outdoor retreat, base game and outdoor retreat. Go on 2 different holidays, one on the camp and one in the lodge. And those are the optional ones. So there's only 3 optional. And then once I have these ones done, then I can work on air number 2. Um, so that's not gonna be too bad. But um that's just basically how I'm gonna start that out. But I just wanted to go through um through that right now and some of the mods that I actually use. So it's gonna be um a different type of gameplay. I've watched Rosanna play hers, and of course she didn't have Kudo mod that limits to where I can go and who the Sims are going to be in the world, because I just didn't want to have. I remember when the game first came out and you could go to all the different worlds, and it just didn't make sense for Island Sims to be in Willow Creek and dressed in their island like if it was winter they would. It just always threw me off. So that's why I like the Kudo mod, because it keeps the Sims in their own area, and even the counties that generate. I have the world demographics, and then I have the townie one to go along with it, so that the townies that regenerate will fit the world that they're in. So Willow Creek is sort of like a New Orleans fixation. And even if you go to my map, now my map icons here, they're basically reflecting where they are placed, like similar to real world. Like we have Brittleton Bay here is my first. Then we have Willow Creek, Magnolia Promenade, and Newcrest. And then we have Evergreen Harbor, Granite Falls, and Moonwood Mills. So they are closer in, they're sort of like the northwest part of everything. Um, and then you have San Sequoia, San Manhuso, and then you have Del Sol Valley. Um, and those are like 3 cities that are close together. Not that I like American cities anymore, but San Sequoia is like San Francisco, San Manhuso is like New York, um, with different ethnic groups. Um, and Del Sol Valley is like LA, Hollywood. So those 3 sort of can coexist together. Then you have Copperdale, you have Oasis Springs, you have Strangerville, and you have Chestnut Ridge. And those 4 can go together because Copperdale is just on the other side of Oasis Springs. So Copperdale is right in between being um, mountainous, but also it's on the verge of desert. So basically, you can leave Copperdale and you can go into Oasis Springs, or you can go to Strangeville, or you can go to Chestnut Ridge. So if you're living in Copperdale, um, I think I'm going to change that a little bit, because um, Copperdale just seems like it belongs on its own, because these 3 make sense to be like, because they're desert, they're warmer climates. Whereas Copperdale, I think, can be a little bit on the cold side too. So I think I'm going to make it so that Copperdale is by itself. And then these 3 together. And then you have the rest of these. You have Salvadoria, you have Memoria, that's more Mexico. Um, and of course, Salvadoria is more like a Brazilian jungle. Then you have Brychester. Now, Brychester, Henford on Bagley, and Insta and Instagreen, and then you have hold on. Um, Instagreen and Tartosa are sort of on their own. You have Brychester and you have Henford on Bagley, so they're sort of like um, Englandish, so they're sort of European. And same with Instagreen and Tartosa. But Instagreen could probably go Brychester and Henford on Bagley, but I think with Brychester and Henford on Bagley, I'll put them together. And Instagreen and Tartosa would be separate. Tartosa is more or less a vacation world as well. But Forgotten Hollow, Ravenwood, Glimmerbrook, Windenburg, and Nordhaven um, are basically in Europe as well. So I don't know how I'm going to do the travel aspect of that. Tumarang, Mount Kabori, they will be, um, they're not going to be travel areas neither. I think by the time I get to them, I'm gonna make some changes when it comes to like travel wise how my Sims can go. I think Terrastosa, that's going to be on its own. Um, the locals will be the locals. Same with Instagreen. Now Brychester and Hanford on Bagley, they can coexist. And same with the other like Windenburg, Ravenwood. Now, if you have young people, because Brychester is the university, so basically anybody from the worlds can go to the Brychester University. Um, that's a given because they stay in Brychester, right? So they stay in the dorms there. So that's a given. Brychester is going to be it's not going to be limited like to locals when it comes to going to school. Um, but as far as everybody else, it will be limited because Instagreen is magical. Same with Glimmerbrook, like they're a cult world, so I think they're gonna be in on their own. Um, they're gonna be in on their own as far as um my storylines and stuff go when it comes to them. Okay, so let's go to back to Willow Creek. So that basically um takes care of that aspect. Now the last time that um we did the Forever World, um I did show the Foundry Cove. Um I'm not going to really show any other, like I said, I just pointed them out. Um, don't really need to take a really big tour of them. Um, but just just as a general, let me see. Um, that's the pool, the Riverside pool and everything. And once I get into playing with Arnie, um he'll probably make trips to the Riverside pool. He'll probably go to the Blue Bayou restaurant and of course visit these places as well because they will be hangout spots. I do have to make a couple more single sims because I don't have a whole lot of single sims that he can meet between Willow Creek and Newcrest. Because I think in Newcrest it's all families. I'm going to be changing that because I'm going to take out a couple of families. Like now, my dial, I just made her. She's on her own, but I want to make some singles in here. So I want to have some roommates as singles. Um, so I'm going to probably adjust that a little bit because there's too many families in here, and my sim has got to meet some single, unless of course affairs take place and so forth and so on. But anyway, that is the gist of this gameplay. When I started, sorry, when I started. Um, Now let's see, what else did I want to mention? Um, I guess that is probably the gist of it. Um, 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 okay. And before I go, just to before we end, um, be sure to drop by Instant Gaming. This is where I've been getting my games now. Excuse me. And there's a lot of really good deals on um on Instant Gaming. And if you want to get any Sims packs, anything like that, then Instant Gaming, whether it's Xbox games, whether it is PlayStation, PC, Nintendo, Instant Gaming is the way to go. And if you'd like to support my content, you can go to my affiliate link, which is posted in my YouTube, on in my YouTube links, and I will get a slight commission for that, and it would actually help. Um, Now our graders right now is, that wasn't the one that I wanted to actually show you. Let's go to PC game. I do believe there is specials going on. Just I've had a lot. I've been doing a lot of stuff lately, so I um have to check. If you're looking for, like, say now for Christmas, for example, if you're looking for um gift cards, or you want to, if you want to know what to get somebody, then Instant Gaming is also the place to go to get gift cards. Um, so there's a lot of discounted, um, 78% off if you get an EA Sports gift card for 500, 5,900 points, things like that. So Candy Crush is one of my favorite games, and you actually save 2% on that. But actually, Instant Gaming, I would recommend that, even if I wasn't. affiliated with Instant Gaming, I would still recommend it, because even before I was affiliated with Instant Gaming, I actually came to Instant Gaming um, by other gamers that have actually um, been affiliated with Instant Gaming as well. So that's how I ended up here. And on that note, we will go back to here. Was there anything else that I wanted to include in this video? Um, oh, I do know. I wanted to introduce, I don't know if I have that special character that I was going to introduce in this game. I think I started her, and she is going to be the focus of my next challenge. Anyway, I guess I'll have to introduce her later. Sorry about that. With keeping track of Christmas presents coming in and all sorts of other things, um, it's just been monotonous. Um, as you can see, there's my pretty Christmas screen, and that was done by Arnie. I really like that. Okay, so this is her. Okay, she was the one. Yes, we were already talking about her. She was from the Dial household. And I believe I want to make her as another one of my legacies. I'm just not sure which one yet. I have an idea, but I want to make that as a surprise. Um, oh, I will mention um, the new kits that came out. That was something that I did want to talk about. I do have them. Um, now we're gonna view. Oh no, that's not the one. Oh, here we go. The SpongeBob Kids Room Kit. Uh, I know this has been a controversy. This is just on a footnote. Um, because I've been watching a lot of videos the past couple of days on the introduction to these two kits, but actually I think it's kind of cool. My grandkids love SpongeBob. Um, as far as I'm concerned, if EA wants to make kits like this, they can. It just makes my game more interesting. That's my take on it. I like SpongeBob stuff, so it really doesn't bother me as far as that goes. The cast items are cute, like the slippers and the clothing and stuff. And actually, I didn't find anything wrong with the kids' room bedroom items, because if it was my grandkids, they would probably want all of this stuff when it comes to SpongeBob. So to me, it doesn't. It's not that big of a. Um, it's not that bad of a kid. Now, the other one, the other one. No, not that one. Um, oh yes, the SpongeBob house kit. Now this one a little bit iffy. Like I don't really um well actually this one is not that bad neither. Um I think a lot of people commented because of the pineapple. Like the pineapple is not actually included in the house. Like you have to create the pineapple. They give you the textures for the pineapple. They do have the rock thing for SpongeBob, I think, but it doesn't actually show it in here. Um, but Squidward and Squidward and Patrick's houses, they don't actually show them here. But as far as everything else goes, they don't look too bad. I mean, you can still create a SpongeBob house, but not use a pineapple. Um, I don't know. I don't mind them because my grandkids would like them. So, on that note, um, that's what I wanted to bring up on that one. Um, but anyway, yeah, like this here, I think had a lot of people up in arms because they pictured the pineapple. But I didn't mind it. Now, if you get the bundle, you get this, and then you get the guitar. Um, so I guess it's whatever it's what each person wants to do. Um, choose to get it or not. For me, I actually kind of like the kit, so I like the stuff that's in it. So I don't have any complaints for it. And on that note, I am going to say good day. And the next time that I post a video, it is going to be to start my Pack Legacy Challenge. And we're going to start off with my sim, Arnie Fontaine. And then we'll see where his life will go for Generation 1. And until the next time, everybody have a great day and happy holidays, everyone, as well.